But you know what? We are going to learn what else we can eat that's actually fresh from the bulbs that we're going to plant. This is an amazing concept. And I'm here with Buna with Basil and Rose. And tell me what Basil and Rose is real quick.
So Basil and Rose is a store where you can buy herb plants, herb seeds, organic gardening supplies, and things with that theme. So even jewelry with that theme, and soaps and
this
things.
kind of came about out of your passion for gardening.
Yes.
Yes. So you started, was it a blog that you had, or you've just always been kind of passionate about gardening?
Well, I grew up with it to a point. My dad grew up on a farm. We always grew some of our own stuff, and herbs were one of my favorite things.
Oh.
And then I got a degree in horticulture from Utah State, and I started as a landscape designer and realized I really like teaching people how to garden, especially if it's organic gardening and growing your own food and herbs.
So that's beautiful, because that's what you're going to share today. You said that you can plant some things now that could even maybe bloom now or next season, where you can just eat them. They're
Yes.
edible. Tell me what we could plant now.
So there's lots of things you can plant now. Any trees, shrubs, perennials, as long as the ground isn't frozen yet, you can go ahead and plant them. And then they're establishing their root system over winter, and then they're ready to go in the spring.
Really?
Yeah.
So did you bring this as an example?
So I actually today was specifically talking about things that grow from a bulb that you can eat.
Really? Tell me
Yes.
what, I don't even know where to start with that. Just tell me what you know, teacher.
So because people think about planting bulbs right now. So this is actually saffron. And saffron is the world's most expensive spice, and it has a beautiful purple flower. And then it's most expensive because there's 3 stamens on each flower, so little thread-looking things in the center of the flower. That there they are right there.
Oh, right there, the red things.
So,
and that's
yes.
the actual
That's-
saffron that you use in cooking, correct?
That is correct. Yes.
It only has 3 per flower, so
Yes.
that's why it's so
and
valuable.
Yes, and then they have to be harvested by hand.
That is
But
fascinating.
you can grow it yourself.
You can in Utah.
Yes. So not in Park City. It's a zone 6, which means along the Wasatch Front, but not high in the mountains. And so you plant them now. They come up, they look like a regular crocus, but they bloom in the fall. And not all fall blooming crocus are saffron. It's a specific one.
What's a crocus?
So a crocus is a small flower that usually blooms in the spring, the ones people think of, and it's one of the earliest things to bloom, and it looks a lot like that picture.
Okay, so
And-
so you can plant the saffron now, and you will see it next fall?
So it will start growing this year.
Oh, okay.
It may not bloom this year. And this is the one in my yard that's the furthest along, so it hasn't even bloomed yet. I dug them up to bring them in.
Thank you for doing that, because that is
Sure.
so nice to see them actually growing. So we're out of time, but you obviously have
see
so much
that.
expertise on this. And there's a little flower, and you can see the red poking through the very top. Okay, that's
Yes.
really neat. You have classes, you have supplies, you have all sorts of
Right.
things. Where can people find it all in one place?
So basilandrose.com
Okay.
has a link to my other social media.
And where are you located?
in Bountiful, Utah, on
Okay.
Orchard.
We are going to link you over at fox13now.com. Click on the place.
And I'm having a ribbon cutting open house tomorrow.
That's right. Okay, get in touch with her if you will love her gardening tips. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Stick with us. We've got more.